And I'm back with more dual Destinies. So we got through Detective Fulbright's investigation, or cross-examination. Now it's time for Phineas Filch. This dork. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Name's Filch. Phineas Filch, caretaker of the QB Manor. Oh, and this is for you. A little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine. Wait, it's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Fitz sold them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. But they seem awfully expensive. Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship. That's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept gifts. Oh, ethics methods. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenmataro in the foyer after the murder. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QE asked. Oh, I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. Oh, I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3. I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. No siree. That yokai you keep jabbering about is but a phantom of the little girl's dreams. So you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed like Tenmataro? Yep, I was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, whole truth, nothing buttered has been the truth. Nutter butter, I want nutter butter. And Tenmataro, you truly believe all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. Huh? Oh. Huh? My bracelet. My bracelet, it's... Something wrong? Something the matter? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. So you think Mr. Filch may have been lying? I wouldn't rule it out. No. If I could just zero in on a tell. Sort of nervous. What in the... What's the hawk doing here? Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know. In jail? Who's ever heard of a courtroom bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick. God! I won't be able to spot squat like this. Yeah, what the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save for when he's truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. Someone dressed as Tenmataro, he should have seen him. We just have put faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination so I can get this bird off my head. TV listings.
Objection!
Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Finch. Or Filch. I keep saying Finch. Hey! It ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at the TV listing here, you'll see the time of the crime. There was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Ha! I didn't watch that one. No, sorry. I was doing my job like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Not only that, but you even told me you watched it. It was a complete disaster. So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with that Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of the professional types, too. I can do double duty, watching TV in the foyer at the same time. The only thing he can do and claim to be a professional at is professional thief. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe that the witness was slacking off. That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV in the foyer at the same time. That's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say? But I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice? And in that case, let's see what the evidence can offer. You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching the TV. Now prove it.
Take that!
Please take a look at the direction the TV's facing. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes and the right ear should be, I would think it'd be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Yes, someone watching TV there possibly couldn't see the entrance. Which means, Mr. Filch, you're slacking off and not watching the foyer. Back's out of the cat. Other way around. Order! So my question so far is, if he's watching the TV, how does he know that Tenma Taro's it? Apollo, you might want to... But, Mr. Justice, this is what I'm getting at. Is Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant, because he was slacking off while watching TV. There really could have been a Tenma Taro impersonator in the foyer. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax with his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. Huh? I'm not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Yeah, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? This is really stupid. My eyes might seem lazy, but my ears ain't. I wouldn't have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, foyer floor and the stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, and creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep. My ears working full time. So is a liar now, you no good shyster. Lion thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my career. No. No. The low point of your career is staring at the Lamberwell footage over and 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 over. That and dealing with Walkie Kataki because that, and then dealing with Wesley Stickler, who's a panty thief. That's the worst. Having to prosecute somebody who turned out to be a panty thief is still your worst. Got a hand to you, Mr. Blackwell, sir. Really heard something else? You don't miss a thing, just like that, almost like that Aerosmith song sounds like. Anyway, the bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, You may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yeah, I don't eat meat, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony. It's true, I was watching pro wrestling on the TV. My eyes might have been slacking up, but my ears, they were working overtime. Floor there's all creaky squeaky. Ain't no way I'd miss something walking by. So, you see, there ain't no Tenmataro in the foyer. I swear I've probably gone through 3 or 4 different versions of this guy's voice already. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand. A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We must use common sense. For lacking that, our entire world would be upside down. Says the convict prosecutor is totally a sign of the times. And besides, if there were any yokai rolling around, I'd nab them and sell them to the zoo. Wonder whether Jinxie was seeing things. It seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. But if we can't prove she saw him, then the mayor's sure to be convicted. And we'd better hope my guns have bullets, not BBs. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Sometimes I bet they come up with ideas for characters and they just think, we just need to put them in cross-examinations. Just because they think they're funny. I don't know. So you've pretty good ears, Mr. Filch? Well, as good as it come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, that Tenmataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Wait a minute. Huh? How does he do that? It's that staff of his! That's what jingle jangles! Wait, what's he talking about? Beats me, but I guess staff makes it. Wait a minute. Didn't Jinxie mention something like that? She said he was holding a staff-like object. Guess that's the source of the noise then. Well, Mr. Justice, it says Mr. Tenmataro Jingle Jangles. Do you find that important? Extremely vital. A request to be added to his testimony.
Objection!
Tenmataro's staff would make a jingle jangle sound? Well, I'm gonna say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say you didn't see Tenmataro on the day of the incident? Why then would you assume just now that he would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie held a staff in his hands. She described it just as the sound that you'd heard. A jangly sound. Yeah, it was holding the staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Tenmataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally. Hey, what are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. Is there a staff in the picture? You're right. There is no staff. Not even a cane or walking stick. Ah! So the question is, why does the witness think Tenmataro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case at a most basic level. Well now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Tenmataro creates a staff, or carries a staff. Mr. Filch actually saw Tenmataro the night it actually occurred. or the time it occurred. That's the only way you could possibly know about it. I'm busted again! Bloody hell, you duplicitous little... How'd that feel? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well, I'm begging you. Please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see him. Stop stalling and testify. No, can't do. No way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. Still won't admit to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows he did? Question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit it? Come to think of it. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing the superstitions either. She said that if she told anyone that she'd seen him, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? So, Mr. Big-Time City Slicker Lawyer, you heard about them? Them old village superstitions? Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? The people of Ninetales Vale believe some pretty strange things, and their superstitions may be the reason why our witness can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Tenmataro. Darn straight, that's why! It's all right here! Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others you have seen him. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring upon ruin. Will bring ruin upon the village. Yeah. See? That's why us folks in Ninetales Vale can't talk about seeing him. Damn. Killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a costume. They knew that no one could talk about him, so it's as if he never existed. The defense holds that the Tenmataro impersonator is the true killer. What?
Objection!
Superstitions, you say? What kind of fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using some fairy tale be so easily, or would that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation.
Objection!
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me.
Objection!
Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in the clink, but few who actually believe it.
Objection!
Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Ninetales Vale. A life or death superstition might even make you a believer. Ooh, this is getting dicey. All from a testimony of real goofball. Order, I say! You fool of a tanuki! 2 times now your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promised not to do it again. Taka, my fine feathered friend, have at him. He's gonna eat me! Head for the hills! He took off. Bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him and with your fastest men! That's certainly not something you see every day. Okay. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as yokai Tenmataro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? That sounds like a no. Oh! Uh-oh. What? Huh? Whoa! Shackles. I'm too young to die. Justice, Dono. Long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You'd best say your prayers. Oh. Detective, do something! Have no fear. Fulbright is here. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going.
Objection!
Then get going already before he kills us. But I stand in awe. For it is his sense of justice that sets him free. Objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice. The judge objected. We're in new territory.
Silence!
Uh-oh. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. No! Well, in that case, can I ask you to... I think the judge forgot his charge here. So, Justice Dona's assertion is this. Tenmataro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather, whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Kilby.
Silence!
Ugh. Care to explain why Jinxie, being first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer there in the Fox Chamber? He's right. She said nothing about him being in the chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp there heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewered murder victim, the Alderman, and a homicidal maniac who killed him, the mayor. There must have been someone dressed up as Then, why does the little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father is the one accused for murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party the night that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Tenmataro inside the Fox Chamber? There is but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenmo whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave alive. Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. This is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice, Dono. Very well then. Both parties no doubt need time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess. Just so. Plenty of your time if your destination of intent is the loo. The loo? You mean the bathroom? Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash your hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackwell the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor's running the show, does it? Yeah. He busted out of his shackles. What was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved that there was a Tenmataro impersonator. Who's with that guy in this whole samurai getup anyway? Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it is high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait until later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Blackwell said, Apollo, don't be late. Wow, they didn't even give me a save spot, it looks like. Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, a maid at QB Manor. Well, we'll save it at that, I suppose. This part of the trial is not done yet. And it's gonna get a little strange. But I'll save that for another day. Because we're gonna show off Athena's mood matrix. So I'll save that for the next episode. Thanks for watching.